Hey babies! Hi beautiful Astro fam. What's up? We meet again. Happy full moon in Scorpio. I've decided to switch things up just a little bit this time and record a video for the full moon in general, the lunation in general, for all the signs. Just to touch on the energy for everybody. All right, so here we go. Let's dive in, okay? It's been an intense week for me, so I guess I'll just throw that out there. Full moon in Scorpio this Monday night, approximately 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going from this huge pileup that we had in Aries, all this wonderful, like, really fiery, hot girl summer energy. And now the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Uranus, and Lilith are all in Taurus hanging out. So we were going really fast. And we were really excited, and now the brakes have kind of gotten put on a little bit, and the gears have shifted, if you will. And we've moved from the majority of the planets being in cardinal fire, a passionate beginning, to fixed earth. So sustaining your commitments, sustaining those dreams that were born, or those excitements that came up in Aries season. I want to ask what nourishes you. That's the first note that I have here. I think that's just a general note for Taurus season, but what nourishes you? That's something that's going on here. Because Uranus and Lilith are here, there is something strange and freaky about this. So I wrote, is there a taboo desire, or there's some kind of shakeup here, and I put that, like, we might be asking ourselves the question, like, is this good or bad, or like at that crossroads of like, what do I do here, and like, but I wrote that it's not good or bad, you guys. It's just not what we thought we wanted, and that can be weird to sit with and to deal with when, like, things have changed and it's just kind of not what you thought you wanted, and now you've got to process where to go and what step to make next. This moon is also echoing a lot of the yearly themes of the Saturn and Uranus square. So it's this feeling, it's this movement, it's this push, it's this knowing that change is not only necessary, like, it's not only necessary, but it's inevitable. And there's something here that keeps, like, there's something here that you keep saying one more day to. There's one more day, I'll deal with it tomorrow, like that type of energy. And Saturn is here squaring it, saying there's no more time. There's no more time. There isn't one more day for you to put this off or push it off or prolong this change. So yeah, the question is how to make whatever is changing sustainable. And is that even possible? I wrote, is this just a year to surf? Maybe there's an area of your life where it's like literally it's a sustained change is not even possible, so it's just about being flexible and surfing through it. So a big theme with this full moon is that Pluto is going to be stationing retrograde, and it's going to be ending this almost, you know, just right with the full moon there. And this is going to be ending a period that we've had for a while now of all the planets being in direct movement. And this has been really, like, it's, I don't know, I feel that it's tied right in with Aries season, right? I'm a Sag, and so I like it hot and fiery and fast, and all the planets being direct has really, I mean, you guys, it's almost like it's May. It's almost May of 2021. So things have gone by really fast, yeah? Yeah, I wrote, did you start the thing? Basically, did you just start? Did you start the thing, whatever it was? Starting can be the hardest part, and that's what Aries is good for. Aries is good for starting things even when it's not perfect. So did you start the thing? I hope that you did, because there's so much energy moving for you to start the thing. And now we're going to move into a period that's a little bit more slow and reflective energetically. So, yeah. It's interesting because with the full moon in Scorpio though and Pluto going retrograde at the same time, both of those things speak to me that like we started the thing but we missed something. Which that's like life, right? We've just constantly like we do something and then we've got to go back and review and do it again or look at it or edit it and make it perfect. Virgo energy, but it's there's something deep here. Like Pluto and Scorpio, Pluto and a full moon in Scorpio are coming in to be like, you missed something big. You missed something big. You missed something deep. You missed something dark here that has to be cleared before you can really fully step forward onto this new path. Yeah, I also, so this is called the pink moon. The Scorpio full moon, but the Scorpio full moon is also known as the Buddha moon. This alignment with the sun in Taurus and the full moon in Scorpio is very special to me personally. Someone very close to me in my life was born with this alignment. But this is also the alignment that Buddha was said to be born under, this moon, to have gained enlightenment under this full moon, and then to have died under this full moon. Taurus is earth and embodiment, and Scorpio is death and our mortality. You know, that's a powerful axis, you guys. That's what we're riding. That's what we're riding right now. And as all the flowers bloom, the Scorpio full moon closes out the last of what's going to be dredged up from the depths. So it's a lot. Further purging and examination is needed. I wrote that Pluto is a magnifying glass and a microscope that you're under. Pluto's watching you with a microscope, and it can feel, it's very uncomfortable to be examined in that way, but it's like exposed, it's vulnerable, it's painful. It's painful to be for our deepest, darkest shadows to be exposed. And that's what Pluto and Scorpio are here to do. And it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty, but it's real. And it's necessary. I wrote, haven't we looked at ourselves enough over the last year? Haven't we been forced to be alone with all of our shit and all of our demons enough? Apparently not. Apparently not, okay? Apparently not. Because the magnifying glass is coming through, okay? There's something you missed. If you want this change that you've been dreaming of, within or without, there's one more thing you need to be honest about. And there's one more thing you need to let go of. And this full moon is whispering that in your ear. And it's probably not what you want to hear. Maybe it is. Pluto's station direct was on October 4th. So you've been in a period from October 4th until now with whatever the Pluto dark, deep, shady shit is. So that's just, I mentioned that as kind of a touchstone and a time frame for you to reflect on. If this is really resonating and hitting for you, October 4th to now is a great time for you to look at, and that's also what you're going to be reflecting on once Pluto station's coming up here. This full moon is ruled by another newly stationed, newly shifted planet. This full moon is ruled by Mars in Cancer. So Mars just shifted from Gemini into Cancer, and this is a whole nother energetic shift, right? So that's going from mutable air to cardinal water. Basically, we're going from all of our drive and our energy being intellectual and verbal and mental, and kind of like a this or that energy. Gemini is like this or that. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? What do I think about it? Do I like it? Do I not like it? And intellectually, verbally, and mentally fired up. That's what I wrote. We're moving from that to being emotionally fired up and fighting for security and comfort. Part of what's interesting about this moon is that technically both the moon and Scorpio and Mars and Cancer, who are like the main players here, neither of them are in their happy places traditionally in astrology. And Mars in Cancer is emotional. So it can be hard for us to communicate when we're feeling emotional, yeah? For the last 2 months with Mars and Gemini, there have been so many hot and intense and fiery conversations. There have been a lot of breakups. There have been a lot of makeups. There have been a lot of harsh words said, and maybe conversations that needed to be had, spoken out in the air for a long time. I wrote that you have had 2 hot months. You've had 2 hot months to speak up with Mars and Gemini, and now it is going to get emotional with Mars and Cancer. It's going to be passive aggressive. You're going to be passive aggressive everywhere you didn't speak up with Mars and Gemini. Everything that you held on to and didn't speak up is now about to get super emotional. Okay, just a fair warning. No judgment, just a fair warning. So yeah, I was just speaking to the moon in Scorpio and Mars in Cancer, both kind of being in not happy places. And so I want to kind of think about that and talk about that with you guys for a second, because I've been thinking about that a lot this week. The moon in Scorpio, you guys, Scorpio is all the things that we don't want to talk about. It's facing our mortality. Okay, it's death. It's death. Did everybody just cringe? It's death. It's talking about death. It's talking about all the uncomfortable Scorpio things that when the moon wants comfort. Okay, the moon wants Scorpio wants depth and to get to the bottom of it, and the moon wants comfort, and these things aren't really jiving together. Scorpio is speaking to trauma and abuse and parasites and jabs and all these intense under the surface things that the moon is like, that's way too much, dude. Like, you're freaking me out. You're freaking me out. And then we have this moon being ruled by Mars in Cancer in its fall. So that to me is like bouncing back to then how much it's like this fear, this worry of not wanting to talk about something, not wanting to get too deep, and then that triggering the survival mode feeling with Mars and Cancer. How much of my life am I living in survival mode? Mars struggles in Cancer because emotion clouds action. Emotion clouds action. Mars is a warrior. You don't want to be going into a fist fight emotional. You want to be clear-headed so you can see where the jabs are coming and like but also, also Mars in Cancer is Mother Bear. That's kind of another famous archetype, or like infamous archetype for Mars in Cancer is Mother Bear. Warrior woman, warrior mother. And I wrote a mother bear's rage is beyond powerful. Don't get it twisted that this isn't powerful. A mother bear's rage is beyond powerful. Okay. It's Kali vibes for me. I wrote a lot of shit is talked about the dark mother. She's crazy, she's scary, but without her we have an incomplete version of the feminine. The dark destruction is the clearing necessary for the new, for rebirth. So that's the other side of all the crazy, you know, the crazy, scary, spooky side of Scorpio. Is that rebirth. Is that rebirth energy. So this is an emotional one. The big things here for me are sustaining your dream, or sustaining whatever you got excited about in Aries season. Finding a way to sustain that, or to surf. Okay, if you're in the place where your life is kind of being shaken up by Uranus left and right now, and things are not stable, and thinking about trying to make things stable is only going to stress you out, it's time to learn how to surf if you don't already know. Okay. The rain came in here last night, like right on time in Northern California. So we've got a water moon ruled by a water Mars. This is a slip and slide, y'all. This is an emotional slip and slide. And it's really intense and vulnerable. But it's making way for the new, okay? It's making way for all the beautiful Taurus flowers that are blooming out there right now. Okay? Happy birthday, Taurus. Happy Scorpio full moon.